everybody. Welcome to October. Oh, I've been dreading and looking forward to making this video for a while. It's just the September updates. This is just a monthly recap of what's been going on writing, reading, and then also life. And the life category usually doesn't have very much. This time the life category is the main event. Writing this month was good. I've been doing my revision challenge. So you've really seen all of the writing that I've done if you're caught up. If not, there's a playlist. I'm currently in the middle of Act 2, Part 2 of my revision. So hoping to finish that up in the early part of October, or just like generally October. It doesn't need to be the early part. Right now I'm on chapter 16, so I've revised 15 chapters, which is actually kind of a lot now that I think about it. I just kind of forgot about querying. I have queries out pretty much all the time. I haven't really done any new queries. I think when I finish this revision, I'm gonna do one more big batch of queries and then maybe shelve the project. I don't know, it's been like about a year now that I've been querying near the end of June, which is like a YA thriller, we can call it. New adult YA, one of those. I did hit my 100th book of the year, which is exciting. But I read The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, which was really good. It actually helped me kind of resolve a plot problem I was having in my book, or like a tone problem. Because I was worried about my tone being too upfront. You know, I wanted it to be more subtle. And then I was reading that book and I just was like, no, this is the right mix of like subtle and in your face that you kind of want in a thriller. Like, I think I needed the permission to like say like there was a body, like to just say that and not have to tiptoe my way around it, you know? And then I listened to the next two books. I think it was book 4 and 5 of the Veronica Speedwell series. So I read A Murderous Relation and An Unexpected Peril, and you guys, I'm still so obsessed. I had to like take a couple weeks off because once I start listening to them, it's literally like I will not stop listening to them until they are done. And I know that the next book ends on not like a major cliffhanger, but sort of like a character cliffhanger. And I do know this because I read the Goodreads review, not all that many spoilers, but enough. Like, I am okay with that. But I'm just gonna wait until I can listen to both of them kind of together. So I'm gonna wait till this revision is done and then just like take a couple days and listen to it. Veronica Speedwell's so good. I also read Broken Perfect Lies by Katie Wismer, which was just such a great like little suspenseful romance moment, which was so fun. I also read 2 Catherine Center books, which I love. I love this woman. I love like, she is making me feel like maybe I want to write women's fiction. Because she's written, her more popular books right now are rom-coms, like Hello Stranger and The Bodyguard. And I mean, but like these ones are more women's fiction. So How to Walk Away is about this woman who gets into a plane accident. It's like page 2. It's about her whole journey of recovery and like reconnecting with her family and reconnecting with herself and like finding out who she is and just like the drama. Like, it was so good. And then I also read just the other day Things You Save in a Fire, which is about a female firefighter who has to move to a small town to take care of her mother, who she has a really bad relationship with. And that book was so good. Like, it's really about the person's relationship with themselves and their worth. And like, it's always just hit so hard and so good. Like, Catherine, I will be reading everything Catherine Center writes. It's so good. I also read 2 books by Abby Jimenez this month. So I read The Friend Zone and Part of Your World. What is The Friend Zone even about? Like, it's such a blur in my mind. It's really just a rom-com. I think it's like, oh, bridesmaid, best man kind of a thing, but like really it's just a rom-com. And the woman, she thinks that she's hesitant to get into a relationship because she has really bad, I don't know if it's like technically PCOS. I don't think it is actually. It's something, her periods are very, very long. She has a lot of problems with those. And so she's having a hysterectomy. And so she doesn't want to get into a relationship with someone who wants kids, essentially. And then also I read Part of Your World, which I think everyone and their mother has read at this point besides me, but Part of Your World is, you know, big city girl, country, and then like a country bumpkin mayor of a small town. And he's also like 10 years younger than her. Oh, that book was great. The very comforting books, like no like gritty, this is gonna tear your soul out, because I really did not need that this month. I just needed some comfort with my reading. I also read Pinned: A Farming Accident. The reason I read this, it's about this farmer in North Dakota who he got trapped underneath this tractor for like 5 hours. And it's about that and his recovery, and it's a lot about faith as well. And the reason I read it is because the company that I formerly worked for, we did video for them. And so I read the book before, and it was actually like, I mean, it very much is memoir in style and very Christian. So if that's not what you're looking for, I wouldn't read it. But you know, if you're looking for just like like a farmer, like heart and soul of America kind of story, like they were the nicest people. And then I put together this video for them about the book, and it's a very inspirational story. Like it's not like a miracle happened or anything like that, but everything throughout the recovery was just very like inspirational. So that was one of the books I read. And then I also read The Chalice of the Gods, the new Percy Jackson book with Percy, Annabeth, and Grover. And that is a book that knows its audience so well, because it's middle grade, yes, and it's Percy Jackson still, but it knows, I mean, Rick knows that like the people reading this are probably middle schoolers, but also people who loved Percy Jackson 10 years ago. And so it's written, it knew its audience so well. Gave me everything I wanted. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be a trilogy. So it was just so comforting to read. And I read Percy Jackson for the first time just like a couple years ago, somehow. And just, so it just, I didn't have that major nostalgia, but it was just like, it knew its audience so well. It was so well written. What else? I think that's all I read this month. The major life update is that I ended up leaving my job of a couple years. Throughout the month of September, I left my job, you know, went on the job hunt, going through an entire interview process from like application through like 3 interviews essentially, got a new job that is starting next week, so middle of October. So that kind of threw a wrench in things. The timing was a surprise, but the fact that it happened was not a surprise to me. But still, that just like, I think any kind of life change like that really, it puts a lot of things into perspective. It makes you really reevaluate your focus and your thoughts. And I think making a change like that also like shows yourself that you can make a big change, which is always a little scary, because it's like, I think sometimes you can feel really stable in your life and it's like, no, this is what I do every day. These are the people that I see. These are the type of things that I know and all these things. And then when you make a change like that, it's like, oh, I could just change everything about my day to day fairly easily. Like I could just move. I could just like, I don't know, do something crazy. Like I could just move across the country. I'm not doing that. But like, it just kind of shows you how quickly your life can change. I also got this water bottle. That's one of my favorites for the month. So exciting. It's kind of funny because, my haircut. I got my haircut. It's kind of funny because on paper, it looks like I went through a midlife crisis, even though I'm not in the middle of my life, more like a quarter life crisis. I quit my job and got a haircut, and like I actually went and got a whole bunch of new clothes because I mean the dress code is a little different where I'll be working. And like, I bought makeup, and like it's just like a full like movie montage changing your life kind of month. But also like writing is still the same, and most of my day-to-day right now is still the same. So oh my gosh, okay, the pumpkin cold foam, everyone. I made my own homemade pumpkin cold brew creamer. It's like the cold foam, you know, like when you get the cold brew and they're like, do you want the pumpkin cold foam? And you're like, sure, why not? It's fall. I made it myself. It's like with half and half and pumpkin puree and pumpkin spice and all these other things. And then you like whip it together. And then I just have this mason jar of cold cream. It's sort of like a cream, but it's also foam, like if you foam it, you know? And so then I just been oh my gosh, this coffee, you guys. I've been doing half of a vanilla protein shake just to get a little bit of protein in there. And also then it's like less coffee in the cup, you know? And then just like a little bit of cold brew, just enough to give it some color, really. And then just like a little dash of pumpkin creamer and then the cold foam. Like, don't even talk to me. It's so fall. It's so fall. Lives were changed. Anyway, yeah, so let's move into the October goals. The main goal for October is planning for NaNoWriMo. So I'll be making a separate video talking a little bit more about my specific plans for NaNoWriMo, but I am planning on doing daily vlogs, which is insane. And I know that, like, I am aware, but I'm committed. If it doesn't go up every day, we're all gonna be fine with it, but my goal is gonna be every day. And so I think my main plan for October is to like get into a really solid routine where I am prepared to do this amount of work regularly in NaNoWriMo and not burn myself out. So I'm kind of slowly implementing my routine into October. So I'm doing it maybe 3 times a week, 2 times a week, so that it's not going from 0 to 100. So, and also finishing this revision is a major one. But I know I will do that. Okay, oh, this is the other thing this is my tip for the month, is called 10-minute cleans. And this is probably like, I don't know if this is an official thing somewhere, I just made it up. And so what I've added into both my morning and my evening routine is a 10-minute clean where I set a timer for 10 minutes and I only have to clean within those 10 minutes, but whatever needs cleaning the most. And that kind of jumpstarts my routine. So in the evening, whenever I am winding down, I'll start with a 10-minute clean. So I can be watching something or listening to something, but just cleaning for 10 minutes. You guys, I can clean my entire kitchen in 10 minutes. What? This should not be shocking, but I do this for like 3 days and it has changed my life. It's also such a good like mental reset, and it gives you some energy because you get a little bit of dopamine from seeing the clean happen and like doing something for yourself and like keeping promises to yourself. Yeah. I'm really excited. Like for the new job, but also just for this consistency and routine that I think I'll be getting, and also for this time of year when everybody's writing and everybody's doing all this, like the writers like come to life. I feel like everyone has like been sleeping. It's so funny. I feel like right now everybody is doing some sort of revision challenge. Like everywhere I look, people are like, gotta finish this revision before NaNoWriMo. And I'm like, I love that we're all in this journey together. Like we love to see it. All the writers are coming out of the woodwork. It's time for NaNoWriMo. I'm like, yes, my people have arrived. Yeah, let me know how your September went. Was it as wild and like literally life-changing as mine? Anyway, go drink some water. Have a great day. I'll see you in a